Welcome to Raj Malhotra's IAS. So guys, we are about to start this session and happy Diwali to everyone. Okay. So happy Diwali. I hope आपका आने वाला साल जो है वो काफ़ी अच्छा जाए and you will be able to achieve your goals. So first let's figure out whether we are connected or not. Okay. So again, there is nothing much today for us in our newspaper, but still. So let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes before starting this session. So happy Diwali to everyone. Okay, happy Diwali to all. So I guess we are very much connected now, and people might be joining us very shortly. So there is some network problem, which so don't worry about that. There will be some lag and all, but I'll definitely complete the session today. Swati, good morning. Saurav IS, good morning. So I guess you people are enjoying, you people are on break. तो आप लोग छुट्टियां मना रहे हो. And wish you a happy Diwali to all and to your family members. Okay, so like buffering is going on, so I am facing this issue here. Network issue is there, but still like we have to manage it all. कुछ ना कुछ करके manage करना पड़ेगा, and we will somehow try to complete this session as early as possible. Okay, so stay connected with us. Buffering will continue to happen and don't वो होता रहेगा. Okay, so Rohit, good morning. Neeraj, happy Diwali. Dilip, good morning. Ravindra, good morning. Sonali, good morning. Sudhir, okay, you are bursting cracker for me. Okay, nice. So this is the green Diwali. Okay, so Rohit, happy Diwali. Mohit, happy Diwali, good morning. Sonali, happy Diwali. So sufficient number of people have joined us, so let's start this session then. Okay, there is no point in wasting time. I don't want you people to spend more time on this session. And बहुत buffering हो रहा है sir. Like Dilip, yes, I know that buffering problem is there because network issue is going on here. Okay, so I am facing this issue. Network is not working, but still we will try to complete this session. तो सेशन तो हम लोग कंप्लीट कर देंगे. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट बियर विद मी. थोड़ा तो आपको सहन करना पड़ेगा आज. ओके, सो गुड मॉर्निंग HPS, गुड मॉर्निंग सौरभ. हैप्पी दिवाली टू ऑल. हैप्पी दिवाली HPS, हैप्पी दिवाली सौरभ. सो जीशान, हैप्पी दिवाली, गुड मॉर्निंग. So let's start this session. Sahil, happy Diwali. Okay, so without ado, let's start this session. So don't worry about the buffering thing. It will continue to happen, but you will get the complete content. Okay, so today just bear with me. So air pollution called a lethal pair of COVID-19 patients, doctors. So presently situation is not good. Okay, because in cities like Delhi, air pollution is there, and other than that COVID is there. Okay, and winters are also coming. So this is the major problem which which the cities will face, especially urban areas. Okay, so देखते हैं क्या करना है. At last, like we can only say that we all as a community have to take some step. Okay, so here the role of civil society is very important. This you have to understand. Okay, so COVID related things, civil society play a very important role. So people themselves have to protect them. ऐसा उनको करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है ना. They have to take some initiative through like online platform, social media, so that awareness can be generated among people. Okay, ये कुछ हमें करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है ना. So like 6 civilian among 11 dead in park firing across LOC. So this is the major problem which is going on every year. Something like happens on Diwali. ठीक है. So ये हो रहा है वहाँ पे. Okay, so we have a rogue state in our neighborhood. We can't do much. Okay, so let's move ahead. So there is nothing much on this particular page, and this employer free to reject the overqualified aspirant, Supreme Court. Okay, now they have ruled this. So हुआ क्या था, like for the post of PN, so graduates, PhD holders, they also started applying for the post of PN in Punjab National Bank. So that's why this particular thing came to light. But now you have to understand this thing. This is the reality of Indian employment thing. Okay, so are we able to generate employment? So Indian employment is definitely in a bad shape. Okay, we are not able to generate employment as per the aspirations of the people. So this is the major problem which is going on. ठीक है ना, ये पूरे देश के अंदर ही ये प्रॉब्लम चल रही है. Okay, so we have to fight this, otherwise ये होता रहेगा. Over qualified people will continue to apply for these posts. So there is nothing much on this particular page, and here also nothing much. Okay, so air quality in Delhi likely to deteriorate today. Okay, ऐसा बोला जा रहा है. So Diwali है, people will not stop like bursting crackers and all. So Assam's border dispute shifts to Nagaland now. So earlier it was with Mizoram, now it was with Nagaland. Okay, so this is the major problem going on. So that we need a strong union government. This is the requirement, because our states are still fighting. Those things have not been stabilized till now. चीज़ें अभी भी stabilize नहीं हुई हैं. So ये जो है development अभी चल रही है. So if you are writing that should we have small states? So small state versus big state. Okay, so this is the debate, small state versus big state. So should we have small states or big states? So this is the debate. So earlier it was only Assam which was further bifurcated into all these states. Okay, so now they are still having some differences over it. Like Karnataka and Maharashtra also have a border dispute. They are also having some issues. So this is the question, fundamental question that you have to address. Should we have small states or should we have big states? Okay, ये problem चल रही है. See, you have to look into the situation of UP here. UP is highly underdeveloped, and it is such a big state population wise. ये problem यहाँ पे चल रही है. Okay, so ये आपको देखना पड़ेगा क्या है. तो you can put your point also. You can definitely give your points in the comment section. So next we move to our editorial page. So again, like Bihar result as a new phase of backward politics. Again, not important for us, political thing. Okay, so countdown to greater India Canada convergence. Again we are going to cover this thing. India Canada के पर जो है हम बात करेंगे. Okay, so here nothing much for us, and we'll move to next page now. So यहाँ पे ensure that only green crackers are sold. High court जो है कर्नाटका हाई कोर्ट का ये है वर्जन, बट स्टिल people are not adhering to the guidelines. Okay, वो अपनी मर्जी वहाँ पे चला रहे हैं, and this is the major problematic thing. Society is not cooperating at all. Okay, southern states report a decline in cases. So this is good development which is going on. Okay, so other than that, new species of wine snakes decliners are देखेंगे. Okay, in 2016 there was one prelim question. Okay, so this is the political news. We will not cover this. WHO center soon for traditional medicine. So we'll look into it, what exactly our prime minister is saying. Okay, we'll definitely look into his statement, his point of view. देखते हैं exactly वो क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं. ठीक है. So other than that there is nothing much. Then India successfully test fired the quick reaction surface to air missile system. Okay, quick reaction surface to air missile system जो है इंडिया ने अभी टेस्ट किया है. So ये थोड़ा पता होना चाहिए आपको. Okay, so other than that there is nothing much on this particular page. Okay, so we'll move to next part now. See, world page. Okay, after days of silence, China congratulate Biden and Harris. So now it has been final that President Biden will head the American polity, and Kamala Harris will be his subordinate. Okay, so now earlier Russia and China, they were not congratulating Biden for that, but now they are doing it. Okay, so it's good. We'll look into this, what exactly is going to happen, what will be the Biden's policy towards China. So that particular thing is very important for us. देखते हैं क्या है. So how South Asia views Biden presidency. Okay, we'll look into this, what exactly is there for us. थोड़ा बहुत देख लेंगे exactly क्या है यहाँ पे. ठीक है ना. So mostly Trump was highly Trump did high confrontation with China. Okay, under Trump administration US was very confrontationist with China. So now Biden was saying that he will improve relations with China, but how, this we have to look. Okay, and to what extent Biden will improve his relations with China. So ये भी थोड़ा pending चीज़ें हैं जो हमें देखनी है. So French forces kill Al-Qaeda leader in Mali. So we'll look into the Mali thing. So we'll do few map based question. Okay, so where Mali is located, what are its neighboring countries and all, वो सब जो है हम लोग यहाँ पे कवर करेंगे. Okay, so इसके अंदर exactly आज इतना है. Okay, so let's start the detailed discussion. थोड़ा detailed discussion करते हैं exactly क्या है हमारे लिए. Okay, so here is your detailed discussion, daily The Hindu analysis. Okay, so new species of wine snakes discovered. Okay, so like wine snakes are known to be among the most common snakes in peninsular India, found even in many peri-urban areas in west. So this is the thing that you have to understand. सिर्फ जो है आपको इतना ही याद रखना है कि वेस्टर्न घाट के किसी पार्ट के अंदर जो है ये रहते हैं एंड पेरी अर्बन एरियाज में भी रहते हैं. ओके, सो थोड़ी बहुत इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको होनी चाहिए, ठीक है ना. अच्छा, सो WHO सेंटर सून फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन जो है ये बोला है एग्जैक्टली व्हाट we are going to do. The WHO will set up a global center for traditional medicine in India. Okay, so now there can be a fundamental question what the government of India is doing to preserve its traditional medicine knowledge. Okay, so question can be framed in that way. There you have to mention that we are collaborating with WHO and WHO is setting up a global center for traditional medicine. Okay, वो इंडिया में जो है अभी उन्होंने अनाउंस किया है. we'll look into this कैसे होने वाला है. and as you know, like India is known as pharmacy of the world, and again this particular center will add further things to it. Okay, so और भी अच्छे हो जाएगी इंडिया की वहाँ पे थोड़ी बहुत जो है सिचुएशन पोजीशन जिसे बोलते हैं. ओके, सो आयुर्वेदा वाज इंडियाज हेरिटेज एंड ये हमारा हेरिटेज था एंड पीपल विल बी हैप्पी दैट देयर हेरिटेज हैज़ बीन एक्नॉलेज्ड. ये पॉइंट यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो इट इज़ मैटर ऑफ प्राइड फॉर ऑल इंडियंस दैट WHO हैज़ चूजन इंडिया फॉर एस्टेब्लिशिंग इट्स ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन. ओके, so this is definitely a pride situation for us and we should also celebrate this, and you have to cover this particular part of your notes. Okay, ये आपके notes का part होना चाहिए. So when we look into the Biden presidency, so whole world is looking at him, what he is going to do. Okay, so we have to look it from different perspective. Like there will be multiple areas where Biden will be very active, like climate change, immigration, easing the trade tariff, immigration and visas. Okay, so there will be differences on how they will perceive his policy on strengthening democracies. So now we have to look into this. South Asia is majorly all our democracies now. Okay, so how they are going to further strengthen their democracies, this we have to look at, because US has the agenda to spread the democracy agenda of US, and how Biden is going to work for it, we have to look. Then other than that, terrorism is an issue. Okay, radicalism is an issue. Then human rights violation, all these issues are still prevailing. And other than that, China challenge. Okay, so these will be the areas on which the US will concentrate now. So देखते हैं साउथ एशिया के अंदर क्या यहाँ पे होता है. So like in one of his letter, or you can say editorials, he mentioned about this thing that his foreign policy will include a plan to have a summit for democracy. Means all the democracies will be invited. Okay, they will conduct a summit and together they will look into the areas like fighting corruption, defeating against authoritarianism and advancing human rights. So ये जो है बहुत ही अच्छी एक डेवलपमेंट है बिडेन के अंदर, that he will conduct a summit for democracy. Okay, and other than that, like Pakistan too would want to avoid US focus on minority right. Okay, like Kashmir issue is there for us, same is the issue for Pakistan also. So minority का वहाँ पे भी violation होता है minority rights का in Pakistan, and we have to look into this. Okay, so Priyanka, good morning. Okay, so ये जो है problem यहाँ पे चलती है. अच्छा, so what he wants to do, he wants to build a united front, okay, of US allies and partners to confront China's abusive behavior and human rights violation. Now under Trump administration there was one fundamental problem, that Trump was not taking the other countries along. Okay, वो बाकी countries वो साथ लेके नहीं चल रहे थे. Now Biden will be very active in that position and he will be able to take the countries along. ये होगा वहाँ पे. Okay, then there will be areas जहाँ पे साथ चलेंगे ये लोग, like climate change, non-proliferation and global health security. These areas will have importance under the Biden administration और वो अच्छे से यहाँ पे काम करेंगे. Okay, so we have to look into this. ये देखते हैं आगे क्या US की डेवलपमेंट होती है. So French forces kill Al-Qaeda leader in Mali, as you know, and this is your Mali. Okay, so ये region है and this is a landlocked country. First of all, this should be known to you. And other than that, it is surrounded by marijuana, like on the west, Niger in the east, Burkina Faso is there. Okay, so यहाँ पे Guinea is there, Senegal is there. So you should have an idea about this thing, and Algeria is also there. Okay, ये थोड़ा idea माली का ले लो. Like this is a landlocked country. Now the question can be framed that match the following water bodies and your country. So if the option is there and Mali is there as an option, then you can easily rule out the Mali because it's a landlocked country. How can he border the big water body or ocean? Okay, so this is the way you have to study. ठीक है ना? So before starting this particular editorial, let's wish other friends who have joined us. Okay, so Rashu, good morning. So happy Diwali to all. Okay, HPS, you are saying that we should follow the middle path of Buddha. Big state versus small state is not issue. Issue is management. There are some pros and cons in bigger and bigger state, both bigger states, and okay, more tax, small states, better administration. Okay, so HPS, partially you are right. Okay, definitely, but how to write an answer to that? How to write an answer to that? In a post, like if there is a debate, big state versus small state. Okay, big state versus small state. So how to write an answer? So you are saying that you have to follow the middle path. So like for bigger states, you have Maharashtra as an example, which is doing fine. Okay, successful. Bigger state as a success. Okay, smaller state as a success, Haryana, Punjab, okay, Uttarakhand, they have done some remarkable jobs. Now bigger states as failure. Okay, UP is a bigger state and it's a failure. Okay, then smaller states as failure. Okay, smaller states as failure, you can write northeast. Okay, they are still facing issues and all. Abhi bhi stability wahan pe nahi hai. So now how you are going to write this answer? Suppose this is the question, then how you are going to write? So the best way is to conclude your answer is leave it open ended. Okay, leave it open ended. And how you are going to leave it open ended? Government should think about forming state reorganization commission. Okay, state reorganization commission, and after the debate and discussion the steps can be taken. So this is the way जो आपको अपने आंसर को ओपन एंडेड छोड़ना है. By this way you can leave your answer open ended, that okay, based on the recommendation of the commission you are going to decide whether we should have more states or there should be merger of states. So commission will decide. We as an aspirants we should not decide that, because commission के member होंगे major, like constitution experts will be part of that particular commission. So this is the way you ऐसे जो है आपके आंसर को open ended आप रखते हो. So वैशाली good morning, IAS Syed Naeem hi, Jagmeet सत श्री अकाल, Jasleen good morning. Okay, so Prachi good morning, happy Diwali to all. Rohit good morning, Dev Kardam good morning. Okay, so this is the way you have to keep your answer open ended. ऐसे आप थोड़ा सा अपना आंसर open ended रख सकते हो. So let's start this particular editorial now. Countdown to greater regions. Okay, so the idea is this: it is very unlikely that India Canada question can be asked. Okay, because that country doesn't have that importance in India's foreign relations. Vis-a-vis, you have to understand this thing. There are very very important countries जिनके साथ हमारे relations अच्छे हैं. Russia, US. Okay, Canada, okay, like Indian diaspora is very active and very powerful in Canada, but still we have to look into this. देखते हैं क्या होता है इसके अंदर. ठीक है ना? So both countries have strategic linking and strategic partnership, and there are new areas where they can and like converge their interest, like geo-economics of Indo-Pacific and digital cooperation. Okay, so when we talk about bilateral relation between India and other countries, so you can definitely mention about this thing. डिजिटल कोऑपरेशन हर जगह जो है आप जरूर मेंशन कर सकते हो. ओके, इंडो पैसिफिक कैन ऑल्सो बी मेंशन. ओके, ये आप मेंशन कर सकते हो जहाँ पे हम कोलैबोरेट और कोऑपरेट कर सकते हैं, पर्टिकुलरली इन एरिया ऑफ फाइनटेक. फिनटेक क्या होता है? ओके, एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. फिनटेक इज IT एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज. ओके, सो बेसिकली बैंकिंग के अंदर IT के उससे जो है व्हेन यू आर हैविंग IT प्रोडक्ट्स, जो ऐप एंड ऑल अदर थिंग्स, तो वहाँ पे आप फिनटेक को कवर करते हो. ओके, सो दिस इज द न्यू एरिया जहाँ पे हम बाकी कंट्रीज के साथ कोऑपरेट कर सकते हैं, एंड लाइक थिंग्स आर मूविंग फाइन. ओके, सो लाइक बोथ द कंट्रीज आर looking into it, because we have one factor called China. Okay, so our relation with every country is influenced by China. This you have to understand. China is playing a major role in India's foreign policy and India's relation with each and every country. Okay, so in India-Canada relation, China is also a factor, and how it's a factor we'll look into this. Okay, so ये इंडिया का भी रोल चल रहा है यहाँ पे फॉरेन पॉलिसी के अंदर. Then like if we talk about the think tank to think tank level talks. Okay, so Indian think tanks and Canadian think tanks, they do discuss things, they do discuss about their foreign policy. Okay, and now their collaboration is increasing, collaboration is improving. ऐसा हो रहा है यहाँ पे think tank to think tank, and think tanks they do influence the foreign policy of the government. Okay, जो think tank होते हैं, research bodies होती हैं, they do address the foreign body for like foreign policy of the country. Okay, यहाँ पे experts होते हैं, बहुत सारे diplomats जो हैं they are part of these think tanks. Okay, so ये कनाडा के लेवल पे और इंडिया के लेवल पे अभी चल रहा है, and like more interactions are there. Okay, in India Canada, like relations are, you know, politicians, our leaders, they are meeting quite often. Okay, this is also a good development. ठीक है ना? Then China Canada ties. Okay, so there was tension between China and Canada, and that's why it has opened a closed door for closer relation with India. So now Canadian like system, Canadian government have realized that okay, their major target is China, not India. ठीक है ना? So earlier we were having some differences with Canadian government. So right now Canadian government have realized okay, now their main problem for this whole world is China. They all have to, you know, counter Chinese aggression. Okay, so now they have realized, and it will further, you know, improve our ties with Canada, and they have pointed out this. So Canada did sympathize with India on like LSE issue, line of actual control issue, and they, you know, supported India in that. Okay, so they also want to target Beijing's aggressive behavior, and other than that, like we are also looking into, you know, strengthening of Quad. Okay, every country wants to, you know, like target Beijing's aggressive behavior. We are looking into strengthening of Quad. Other than that, like interest of countries like France, Netherlands, Germany is also, you know, increasing. They also want to play an active role. Okay, so when we talk about Quad, so in future you can't rule out the Quad plus. Okay, so you can't rule out the Quad plus, means other countries will also join Quad, and you will find that Canada can also become a member of it. Okay, US is a member and Canada can also become a member of it. Okay, so when we talk about the bilateral trade, so last year it was near about 10 Canadian dollar. Okay, so this is a very, you know, small amount, बहुत थोड़ा है. And when we talk about, you know, FDI investment by Canadian pension fund, it's near about like 55 billion Canadian dollars. Okay, so these are few things that you have to understand. So there are major areas where India and Canada definitely improve their ties. So trade relations is one area where definitely we can improve our ties. Okay, both countries. So like India is also conducting some summits like Invest India. We want the Canadian businessmen to invest in India. We want business. Okay. Other than that, there is a very strong NRI community in Canada, and they are quite rich over there. So we can definitely, you know, attract them to invest in Indian economy. Okay. So and we are doing it. We are trying to remove the barriers. Okay, जो भी वहाँ पे investment में आ रहे हैं, and Narendra Modi, like government, like our prime minister, he has multiple times pointed out, like you just tell us the problems, we will definitely remove those problems. Okay, so a surety is there from the top of your government. This you have to understand. Other than that, Indian students, okay, they are, you know, increasingly taking admissions in Canada, and like they have spent near about 5 billion in tuition fee. Okay, last year they spent 5 billion in tuition fee and other expenses, and it's a solid contribution to Canadian economy. So Indian students are also playing a major role. Okay, so like 330,000 new immigrants were accepted by Canada last year. Okay, and nearly 25% were from India. So this is the thing that is going on, and over the years Indian community will further be strengthened in Canada, and it will further, you know, influence the Canadian polity. So this is the thing that we have to understand. Indian diaspora is near about 1.6 million today in Canada, and they are very strong. Okay, so they represent over 4% of the country's total population. So 4% vote. So that means that they are very important. Okay, so the principal area of bilateral cooperation are best defined by 5 E's. So economy, energy, education, entertainment, empowerment of women. Okay, so energy in the sense like we can take help from Canada to provide the nuclear fuel, okay, for our nuclear reactors जो कि हम electricity generate करेंगे. Then like technology also, Canada can provide us the latest technology. Then education, Indian students, Canadian students, okay, there can be student exchange program. Entertainment, Punjabi movies are very popular in Canada. Okay, Bollywood is very popular in Canada. ठीक है ना, एम्पावरमेंट ऑफ वुमेन, दिस इज ऑल्सो एन एरिया. सो ये सब चीज़ों पे इन ऑल दीज एरियाज वी कैन डेफिनेटली हैव अ गुड रिलेशन विद कैनेडा. अदर देन दैट देर आर अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो. ओके, so like technology, when we talk about artificial intelligence, so as I told you, like whenever you are talking about the bilateral relation, so you have to mention about technology thing, okay, and artificial intelligence, IT thing, and India's IT achievements are well known, okay, and like we are expanding our digital payment architecture, and like we can really help Canada in that, okay, because Indian this digital payment system is very strong, and the way we are using it, it's remarkable, okay, and other countries are looking up to India, like even developed countries are looking up to India, ki how India is doing this, ठीक है ना. So like there are few issues which are yet to address, like there is a issue of terrorism, okay. Canadian government has still supported the separatist from Punjab, okay. So those issues should be addressed, but there are multiple areas जहाँ पे हमें converge करना है, and trade is one of them. Both countries can progress out of it, okay. So this you have to understand. So like this was your editorial for today, okay. So that's it for your session. So if you have any doubt, I'll address that. So Priyanka, you are saying, sir, Squad will definitely helpful in our security problems. Many positive response will come because except China, Pakistan, we have good relation with other mostly. Yes, we definitely have good relations with other, okay. So Quad will play an important role, there is no doubt about it. So HPS is saying RCP will kill Indian industries if we join RCP because of FTA, okay. So the best way for that is HPS, you should have a strong manufacturing sector, then you should join the RCP, okay. First strengthen yourself and then you can definitely compete with others. So this is the mantra that you should follow, okay. Strengthen yourselves then compete, okay. ये जो है आपको समझना पड़ेगा. So Rayman is saying, sir, why India is not joining the RCP trade deal, okay. So the reason has been mentioned by HPS, that we want to protect our domestic manufacturers, okay. So presently our manufacturers, they lack the technology, they don't have the technology, ये उनके पास कमी है, but still we can improve them, we can help them in including the good technology, latest technology, and definitely उसके बाद जो है हम जो है उनको एक तरीके से बोल सकते हैं कि then we should compete with other countries, and we can join RCP definitely in the future. So doors are not closed completely. Indian government might think that, because there are some positives also. So you will get investment, you will get market for your product, important for us, okay. And like India is a big service sector provider, so definitely we can provide labor and all to the world. ये जो हम कर सकते हैं, okay. So ये सारी चीज़ें आपको देखनी है, ठीक है ना. So happy Diwali. So slides, I'll send slides and all, don't worry about it, okay. So I hope like you people will have a good year ahead and you will be able to achieve your dreams, okay. So like stay safe ज़्यादा. So I would like to share my personal experience, like from class 6 to 8th, every year I used to like burn crackers and all, okay. So after that I stopped bursting crackers, okay. So this is the lesson I learned. I don't want you to go through that painful experience, okay. So stay safe, have a clean and green Diwali, okay. So if you have any doubts, I'll address that, otherwise we'll wind up our session, okay. So slides आपको मिल जाएंगी. So I guess you people don't have any doubt, okay.